Welcome to the Whistles midweek analysis. The Champions League is returned, and we are going straight into the return leg of the Cracker games we had last week. So, for a brief rundown, last week, last week Tuesday, we had my Bayern Munich versus Arsenal in London, Emirates Stadium, in London, and also had Real Madrid versus Manchester City. Both games ended in draws. As for Arsenal, Bayern Munich ended 2-2. Manchester City ended 3-3. And this week, and after that, we had PSG versus Barcelona, and then Dortmund versus Atletico Madrid, both which Atletico Madrid came out victorious 2-1, and what you have PSG lost at home in France to Barcelona 3-2. So this week we're looking to see the return fixture of these games. And what's interesting is that whomever comes top this time around proceeds to the semi-final. So it is this week a do or die affair. So today we're having PSG versus Barcelona playing today, and then we also have Atletico versus Dortmund. It looks clear between Atletico versus Dortmund. It looks clear that Atletico Madrid seems set and the superior team to overcome and come tops and move to the semi-finals. For PSG Barcelona, it isn't very certain or easy to call that. However, it looks from a bit of things, maybe to the historical baggage that seemed to, or the obstacle, or the mental obstacle that's been standing there for PSG for not historically being able to, win the Champions League. It looks like Barcelona, due to experience and cohesion, that Xavi, who was also an ex-player in Barcelona and also have lifted the the UEFA Champions League trophy more than once, will give them a sense of experience and cohesion, and that will give Barcelona a sense of advantage to head towards the next round. And then tomorrow we have Manchester City versus Real Madrid. This time around, Real Madrid will be coming to Etihad Stadium in Manchester here in London, in the UK, and then we'll have Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. Almost all eyes are on these two set of games, and people seem to be already tipping that whomever comes out for that the eventual champion for this year's Champions League is going to come out from this route, from this pathway to the finals. So again, it's going to be hard to tell who will come out or who will qualify between Arsenal and Bayern Munich, because while Bayern Munich seem to be struggling in the league, we all know that the league form is not the same thing with the UEFA Champions League form. Clubs, teams, players bring a different sense of professionalism, sense of urgency when it comes to the Champions League, and also Arsenal themselves, who seem to be the favourites, a third favourites, because of a brilliant run they've been having since January, since 2024. They've played about 10 matches, and beyond just the depressive results of the weekend on Sunday, which they lost 2-0 at home to Aston Villa, and we seem to have shattered their title hopes this season. Arsenal will have been deemed to be the one to have a little slight advantage to advance. However, with the recent turn of events, whereby the defeat to Aston Villa might have rendered them crestfallen and taking the morale out of the team and out of the story and the journey. So it is hard to call, and it's open for anyone. So Bayern Munich will seem now advantaged, or seem now slightly advantaged to move on to the next round because of the experience they have in Champions League, because of the players they have, because of the psychological belief that they are up to the task. But then it is football, can't say for a fact. Then there is Manchester City versus Real Madrid. Again, this is very hard to call. Although the skills seems to tilt in balance, in the favor of Manchester City, because now they will be playing at home with the advantage of the crowd, as the stadium will be filled up with their home fans, and then it looks like Manchester City is set again to go into that run in the season where they go on and on and on and win, and then find themselves lifting the silverware. We can't forget clearly that Manchester City is the defending champion this time around, so they'll be looking to make a very strong statement to retain the title. And then beyond that, we'll look briefly to the Europa League. We have a lot of games in the Europa League and Europa Conference League. But then, for the sake of their popularity and the ones we'll be talking about today, Talk about um, Bayern Leverkusen versus West Ham. Bayern Leverkusen on Sunday won 5-0, 5-1 to eventually win um, Bundesliga, something they have not been able to win their 120 years history thereabouts. And then for the very first time, they have a set of brilliant players and a very good coach in Xabi Alonso to eventually, finally win the Bundesliga title for the club. So there seems to be a lot of morale, a lot of belief, um, a lot of a lot of sense of finally that they, who can do it going on in this team in this club. And clearly they already beating West Ham 2-0 to none, 2 goals to none. And in this return leg, the advantage seems to be with them to progress to the next round. And then we have Liverpool versus Atlanta, the shock game and the shock surprise of the season of the week last week. Liverpool lost 3-0 to Atlanta in front of their home fans at Anfield. No one saw that coming, but it happened. And not only did it happen, on Sunday, Liverpool again lost at home to Crystal Palace 1-0. So all of these will come together to affect maybe their game, their belief, their sense of understanding, the morale going into this team. However, but this is still Liverpool. They are still the same team, the same coach that came from 3-0 defeat away at Barcelona to win 4-0 at Anfield and go on to win the Champions League for that year. But however, this is a totally different campaign, totally different period, totally different circumstances surrounding all of these events. So we can't draw arbitrarily from that historical fact to say that Liverpool will move on. However, it makes for a good viewing. So the table is set, and in a couple of minutes or hours, we'll go into the first game of the weekend. I want us to enjoy, and then we'll reconvene again before the weekend to discuss the happenstances. Once again, my name is Good Luck, and this is for the whistle.